Okay, so I just got.
Hello, you've reached Minnesota Department of Human Rights. My name is Michelle. This is my direct line. If you could leave your name and number and a good callback time, or at least a couple of options for me to call you back, I will do my best to call you at your convenience. Again, this is Michelle from
Okay, so
Minnesota Department of
I'm
Human
leaving
Rights.
a message for the
Please
human
leave a
rights.
message after the tone.
The person called me
When you
back.
have finished, please hang up or press the
I
pound
was just
key for more
stalked
options.
by the Mason police six times today. Yes, Michelle, I'm following up on a human rights complaint that I filed against the with your office online. My name is Debbie Davis, regarding the severe issues that I'm having with the police stalking and harassment, police and fire and EMS. All of them are stalking me. And they have no business driving by. And today it was 6 times. 6 times they were stalking me. So, and it's been going on for over 10 years. So this is a extreme human rights violation at this point. So I want to follow up with the phone call that I had submitted online a complaint. They don't care. They don't care. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. These Masons are crazy. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, this was from so I'm following up with her from a on January 7th. She had called back.
Hello, this is Michelle. I'm calling from Minnesota Department of Human Rights, just following up on a web submission that we received with this phone number attached. If you wouldn't mind giving me a call, it's 515391126.
Okay.
Again, it's Michelle from Minnesota Department of Human Rights. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So I'm following up with Michelle regarding the submission, web submission that I filed about all of this police stalking. I mean, you can clearly see on my video that they just won't stop harassing me. And all I'm doing is trying to hold them accountable for all the money for all of the, I mean, this has been going on for over 10 years. I've been on this targeted list. I can prove I've been on this targeted list. I've been put illegally on a list. I'm an honorable veteran, a Christian, and and all I'm trying to do is hold them accountable. And they're so, all they do is they prove every day how absolutely, like, how they cannot be trusted as public servants, and how I'm just completely immature they are. Because all I'm doing is what anybody has the right to do. All I'm doing is trying to hold them accountable, okay, with these videos. But they get together as Mason at their little Mason club, and they all harass me to death. And they think that that by harassing somebody that's going to make, they do this, they think I'm going to get afraid and back down. But this has been going on for 10 years for me. So it's nothing new. I've been being harassed like this for 10 years. Today it was 6 times that they were stalking me. I went to this place called Healing Waters in Stillwater, where they have these, if you've heard of that, EE systems. It's for veterans and for, and they had a special running over there. It's a little east of the city, and I just went and had one of those energy enhancement systems that you've seen on the different channels, and that's over in, and the sheriff over in that area was stalking me. The police over in that area were stalking me. There was at least 3 or 4 of them. All I was doing was going to get this thing, and they had a special for this EE energy enhancement systems, getting some treatment for myself. And they just won't stop. They are complete psychopaths. I think that I believe that the Masons need to be declared domestic terrorists. Over 95% of the police are all Masons. I think they're probably all Masons. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, what you're doing is completely illegal and you don't even care. Then you clearly cannot be trusted as public servants to do anything for the public. You clearly cannot be trusted, and that's the point I'm trying to make. And all I was trying to do was trying to figure out, like, how, when I called yesterday to the Catula, all I was trying to do was trying to figure out, like, how do you think that it's okay to keep somebody's money? Okay, they had absolutely no business arresting me. I didn't do one thing wrong. They completely made up a charge and started coming after me. I just said, I plead the fifth. I don't have to talk to you. I moved out of there. Like, I don't have nothing to say to you, officer. This was like as I was leaving that whole trailer park. These guys tried to make something up about him. You know, I mean, and I said, I don't even know what you're talking about, and I don't have to talk to you. I plead the fifth, and I don't have to talk to you. And they came after me, and then they tried to say I was fleeing them. And I said, and I thought we were done with the conversation. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't on the property. I was checking the mail on the P.O. box, officer. I wasn't on the property, and I don't have any further thing to say to you. Okay, that's how the conversation went in Cotulla. But this was like just a couple days after I had gotten stuff stolen as I was moving out of there, that trailer park, and I had a loaded gun put in my face by this guy who is a part of a gang, and the sheriffs won't arrest him, but they'll arrest anybody else but him. Yeah, that's how the sheriffs are. Okay, the 33rd degree. So I believe that the 33rd degree sheriffs had put something out for all these other, because they're the highest level. That's the point I'm trying to make, and they just proved my point today, that they're at the highest level and they can command all the other police to do whatever they say. So I apparently pissed off some sheriffs yesterday with the video that I did. Well, I'm sorry, but you illegally tried to make up a charge against me so you could steal $1,500 from me. Okay, so this is what they do. It's a criminal racketeering operation that they have going on there. And what they were trying to do is steal money from me before I left the area, because I left the area in just a couple weeks. You know, I had moved out of there, and I ended up just leaving the area, coming back here in just a couple weeks later. But what they were doing was trying to illegally file a charge against me so they could steal my money. It's a criminal racketeering operation that they have going on there. I was a white female. They thought I had money, and so they legally pulled me over. They shot my tires out in Cotulla, Texas. I'm going to show the pictures. They 100% illegal. You can't, and there's this law that says you can't continue following somebody unless you have and when it's just like a misdemeanor or something like that. They just completely made this up, and they continued to follow me and harass me, even though I said I don't have to talk to you, and then they came behind me and shot my tires out. This is what they did to me in Cotulla, Texas. I'll show the pictures. And then they made me bail myself out for $1,000, and then they charged me $500 to get my car back, and then I had to pay for 2 tires that they shot out on top of it. So that whole thing cost me about $1,700, okay, for their false charges. This is the sheriffs are involved in a criminal racketeering and fraud operation in the jails and the courts, and with so it's mostly the sheriffs at the highest level, and they'll get. So today it was like 6 times they were stalking me, just doing errands and stuff, and so the sheriffs at the 33rd level, put it out to the rest of the Masons to stalk me, and they all stalked me today. And so it was like a fear tactic, but this has happened to me for 10 years. So what's new? I guess people that are new to my channel are just learning for the first time how dirty these Masons are. I've known this for years now. Just look at my channel. I mean, I have so many videos of them stalking me. I mean, it's at least like 40. Today it was like 5 times. I mean, how much more do I have to prove that we can't trust these Mason police? They're absolute psychopaths. They are, and they were involved. That's why the 1,500 people were released from jail, because they know that the Capitol Police were involved in illegally arresting them, and they're all Masons. So I don't know how much more I have to prove myself. I file all these complaints, but we have these Democrats in charge in Minnesota that don't follow up on anybody's civil rights complaints or human rights complaints. So it's like I'll report it, but it really doesn't go anywhere. So that's why I just feel like the best thing to do is just record these people and upload these videos, and I make my point every day. that you are a criminal organization. The Masons are a criminal organization, and they, they pretend like they're public servants, but they're not. I would never trust the police. I will never call the police. They will be the last person I will ever call in my life for any kind of help. And I wouldn't recommend anybody calling 911 for anything. Like, I don't trust any of them. I mean, I have the paramedics driving by here every day. You telling me there's and that's the North Memorial one, and you telling me there's an emergency every day right by my place. Okay, that's the Masons. And then I've had the fire took videos of the fire trucks harassing me. And when I went over to that Bureau of Criminal Operations, and I tried to figure out what that building is, because I believe they're part of the Fusion Center, who is part of this targeting program. And then I had the police circling around the building, and the fire trucks circling around the building when I was there. And I was just there. I was like, what is this place? I was just, like, curious, because I've never heard of Bureau of Criminal Operations, because somebody told me that they're a fusion center and they're part of the targeting program. So I went over there to find out, what is this building all about? And I go in there, and they're all acting super weird, and they're like, oh no, we just do fingerprinting. We just do fingerprinting. But the whole place is like glass, like you can't go behind the glass. It's all security and stuff. It's not for the public. It's not for public fingerprinting. They're lying to us. We have to be smarter. These people are dirty, and they're if we don't get smarter on who our enemy is, the police are the enemy in this country, and it's the Masons. So they are the enemy. They're 100% my enemy. I'm an honorable military veteran. I'm a Christian, so I feel that it's religious persecution, and they all are also put me on the list because of my bloodline. And I know I'm on this targeted list. I mean, I think I'm the most targeted person in the whole history in the United States. I have so many videos of them harassing me. I mean, it's like hundreds. So, you can't tell me that I'm just making this up or I'm crazy, because I have the videos all on my channel. I mean, so we have to wake up to how dangerous these people are. The Capitol Police were involved in illegally you could see the video footage that I played where they were letting all the people in, the Trump supporters. They were just walking very calmly through the Capitol, because the doors were wide open. The Capitol Police let the doors wide open, and they just let them walk in, and then the Capitol Police followed them in. Okay, and then there's that one footage where they were handing out weapons. Okay, so the Capitol Police are Masons, and they were involved. And why do you think that all these people are being released now? Because they found out that they were illegally arrested, and the Masons were involved. Okay, but I got more footage of this thing in Cotulla that I've told this story before. They stole $1,700 from me. I mean, that whole thing cost me $1,700, and I didn't do one thing. They completely made something up, saying I was on the property over there in the trailer park after I had left. Well, first of all, I was never told I couldn't go back to the property. But second of all, I wasn't on the property, officer. I was checking my mail in a P.O. box outside of the property. So you're completely in the wrong, and I don't have to talk to you. It's called the Fifth Amendment. Maybe you should learn the law, because clearly you don't know it. Okay, and that's what I said. I said, no, I wasn't on the property, and I don't have to speak to you anymore. And then he continued to follow me and shoot my tires out. Okay? If you could get any more dangerous than these cops in Texas, I don't know. Like, they're about as dangerous as it gets. And then I got that other video that I showed in Uvalde, where I'm just sitting in a public parking lot, and they come behind me, they pull me out of the car and arrest me, and spraying my wrist. And those were the same guys. That Uvalde Police Department were the same ones that were standing outside while 19 children were murdered. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Uvalde? Yeah, I'm just I'm just exposing how crazy these it's the 33rds. It's the 33rd Masons, the sheriffs and the those guys.